Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of Photopeeps. And Merry Christmas, because this is our
Merry Christmas,
Christmas one. So, yeah, I think with it
Can
only
you
being this
tell?
Christmas one, yeah, yeah, none of us got any trimmings up, have we? So, I think with this being our Christmas one, on this podcast, we are going to go through our top 3 images of the year, plus a wild card, and our reasons why. Because how hard has this been, gents?
Oh, I mean, I think we discussed this topic about maybe a month ago, and I literally put my last images in the file tonight. Honestly, trying to pick just 3. I think I put a dozen in a folder, and then I kept coming back to it, and then I made a final decision literally about 3 hours ago.
And Big D, you've got one from this weekend as well in there. That's how quickly he's been editing. Yeah, 2 in from this weekend he's got in.
And it's been a good weekend, was it?
Only because I couldn't be asked looking for others.
That's not a bad job, that.
well, saying that though, you should see one of these images, and
yeah, look forward to it.
We'll get straight into it and the reasons why we've chose these images. So if I can do this screen share thing and bob these images up, we'll see who's first. Daniel.
Yeah. We've had a discussion about this, haven't we, Darren?
Yes.
About those rocks.
Yeah.
Now, my initial opinion on them was I didn't like them. They just cut right through the shell at a certain angle. I think when you stand face on, the ones on the left-hand side there, they cut right through the back of it. And for me, it is a distraction. But you made a very good point that if you go at the right time, i.e. the high tide, which is what I've done here, I think the tide was just going out with this, actually. But I positioned myself in such a way that I tried to put the shell bang in the middle of them.
Yeah.
And it kind of frames it. So my initial thoughts on this have completely gone the other way. I actually printed this just a few days ago. I liked it that much. So my initial thoughts, like I say, was very negative. But when I went to the location, which was only 2 weeks ago now, 2 or 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, you had a good long weekend, didn't you, down in Lytham and down that area?
Yeah, I think it just, like I said, my initial thoughts were a distraction. But now being down there and working different angles, it actually adds to the image now, and it's changed it.
Yeah.
So I stand corrected. Yeah, I quite like that one. Yeah,
that's a great image, that.
Yeah, I like it in this black and white as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was overcast. The shells, it's got a lot of moss on it and whatnot, and
yeah,
I don't mind a bit of colour, but there was no colour. It was literally just the sand, the moss, and that was it. The sky was blacked out. It was a horrible sunset.
But the black and white you've got here, though, it doesn't tell that story. It says it's a nice ethereal looking as this.
I mean, as you can see, I have manipulated the horizon.
Yes.
To give it that arty bit of a look.
Did you do anything with the rocks, though? Or was that because of the high tide?
Ever so slightly, just on the right-hand side one, where it points into the shell, there was a few minor little, just poking out at the top. And I did erase that a little bit, just so there was a kind of like a creative separation, if you like.
Yeah, because the Facebook group, Photopeeps Facebook group, had a meet up there at the start of the 8th. You weren't able to come, were you, Daniel?
No.
So that's why you've gone here. And we didn't get a high tide.
Right.
So the rocks do cut around it now.
Yeah, this was a 9 metre tide, this one.
Ooh, nice.
Just over 9 metres, and this was tide going out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like black and white had to work. It did. We mentioned in the previous one with Paul Cunningham, Daz mentioned about turning your colours, turning your images into black and white, just to give it that different look. And I think for this one, there was no option. The colour wasn't even an option, I don't think.
So why is this in your top images of the year?
Because it's made me think, when you see things and you have an opinion on it, give it a chance.
Yeah.
Go down there and work it. if you come away and you've said I don't like it, that's fine. But in my head when I first seen these rocks, I disregarded the location straight away,
Right.
and I've learned a lesson. I really have learned a lesson there. So I think what I've taken away from this one is give a location a chance. Just go down there and have a look, study the area, and you never know. And like I said, I'll gladly eat my words.
Perseverance.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And the next one.
Yeah. this was just, I mean, this was a good weekend. This was really well. This day was, for me, was the best day. It was in the northeast, and
the Fine Islands, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, for photographers, a lot of photography in the summer is really hard. It's, you know, you get your spring, which is nice with your daffodils and your flowers, your autumn with your colours, and your winter with your contrast with the snow and the dark. But in the summer, as a photographer, as many will agree, it's really hard to get much photography done. So doing something, I mean, we're all landscape photographers or nature photographers, but to do something different like this, which we'd never done, I mean, it was just chaotic. It really was. And this one for me, I mean, again, you can't plan these shoots. You dial your settings in and you just go. And I mean, I think between the 7 of us, we must have taken thousands and thousands of images. This one, I'd like to say, the reason I got this was literally because of the one in the air, in the air, really. Kind of like what do they call it, a photo bomb, is it? The one on the bottom left there is just minding his own little business, just taking the world in, and he, look at me, I'm here. Gotta get in the photo. Yeah. So,
awesome, mate. This was a cracking trip, wasn't it?
Brilliant.
Really well. Brilliant. And again, what were your reason for choosing this one? Just because of the day, bringing back memories? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'd never, pardon the pun, shot puffins before. So, and I'd seen many of them. And I mean, I'd done a bit of wildlife, if you like, dabbled, if you like, but it was a first for me. And a lot of my images, the theme for my images really are firsts.
Right.
The previous one, it was the first time I've been down since I put the rocks there. This one, it's the first time I've done puffins and been in the northeast. Yeah. So this one, again, was the theme of firsts for me. Right. Yeah, definitely.
Nice. And this one, Daniel.
Now, I mentioned previous, I don't think I've ever released this one on social media.
I've never seen this before.
No. I've just literally, and I'm going to contradict myself here. That's not a first. This was actually shot last June.
Right.
This is the height of summer, believe it or not. Now, I forget what they call it. Remind me what they call it again. I really forget what they call this castle. It's up in Scotland.
It's not Kilchurn, is it?
That's the one.
All right.
Kilchurn Castle, yeah. This was the height. I think this was the 10th of June. I'd been up to see my friends in Scotland there, and I made the 6-hour drive back. I turned it into 12 hours. I stopped off at a few locations. I did the Glenfinnan Viaduct.
Yep.
And I did this location. Now this, if you look at the grasses on the right-hand side, you can't really tell so much in the trees, but the wind, I was there for less than 10 minutes at this location. I literally parked the bike on the top of the road there, ran down. I mean, have you guys been down there?
No, we haven't done Kilchurn.
No, it's literally a couple of 100 meters. You can see the road from the castle there.
Yeah.
It's just directly behind that image. But the wind on this and the rain was absolutely awful. It was that journey alone. I got soaked wet through and dried twice.
But in one journey?
In that 12 hours, I was soaked wet through, dried out, soaked wet through, and dried out by the time I got home. But this one, again, reason for it is, again, it's a first time location. But like I said, I'd never released that one.
Right.
Not sure why. So, quite like it.
A first for the channel.
For
the channel.
Looks like a drawing, doesn't it? Not a photo. It's a drawing.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I think it's the grasses, because there's a lot of movement in the grasses.
Yeah.
It does give that painting look.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the light on the top right, it was there, but yes, I did manipulate it a little bit, but I did drag the shadows on the left just to draw the eye towards, obviously, the main subject being in the castle.
But yeah,
like I said, all three of those were firsts.
Right.
Were all first. Yeah, that was my themes.
And this one, this is an absolute peach.
Yeah, this again was only about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Again, back up in Scotland on the A82. I think I've released this video.
Yes, you have.
This was just, I mean, if you've seen the video, you see my reaction. And yes, when you do the YouTube videos, you try and give that. You don't act on them. You are genuine. Well, I am anyway.
Yeah.
I know yourself are, but my reactions in this one was.
It just happening live, wasn't it? You were shooting.
Yeah, I mean,
everything.
I made reference. It was quite emotional because I love these conditions as a photographer. I mean, where I live, yes, I'm north of the Lake District, but I very rarely get these kind of conditions. Now, for this, again, was the first time I've been there because this was again this was 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So this was autumn, winter.
Yeah.
But this, it was just the ethereal look. And you know yourself, you've shot a lot of misty conditions.
Yeah, it's the layers it gives as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I just like with this one, there's 2 layers, if you like. You got your main subject in the middle.
Well, I think you've got more than that. You've got the tops of the trees at the bottom. Then you've got another tops of the trees, and you've got that, that middle.
I didn't even see them trees at the foreground. It is my image. I promise you now, it is my image. I haven't taken this. I tell you what, I'm good, me. You know, I am good.
Other people looking at your images see things different, don't they?
Yeah.
Which is one good thing.
Honest, I didn't see them trees.
But you've got layers after layers after layers.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. I'm good, thanks.
Right, so after them 4 images then, Daniel, which is your top image of the year, would you say, out of them 4?
Oh, I thought we were discussing what we're going to talk about. Where's that question came from?
Exactly. It's hard, isn't it?
I'd probably say this one.
Right.
I'd probably say this one. Just because I do like a lot of minimalist. And this one as well, it was right place, right time.
Yeah.
As a lot of images can be. But I was just making an A to B journey and I came across this.
Right.
It was I genuinely will not forget that day. Will not forget that day.
But just mention then, Daniel, how hard has it been though to get our images as top 4 images?
Yeah.
You're same, aren't you? It's been hard to get it down.
I could have put 100 up today, easy.
Yeah, it was a tricky one. Like I said, we've had maybe 4 or 5 weeks to put these images together, and I went down to the last few hours.
Yeah, and I must admit, 2 hours ago I changed one of mine.
Right.
So let's see who's next. Oh, Big D.
Ah, yeah, I remember this one. I was stood right behind him.
Bleed town, that.
Yeah.
Looking towards Side Pike.
So, why has this image made it into your top 4 then?
I just love the colour. It's a great view as well. You've got the road there coming past car park entrance.
Yeah.
And it's just a lovely coloured.
I like the posts. I like the posts. So it starts from the left, the right, it goes down to the left, and then it continues with the other posts.
Yeah, and then you've got your road leading you through to Side Pike.
Yeah, It's sort of zigzag, don't it?
Yeah.
And the nemesis of the fat man's agony.
The kitchen sink.
Yeah. So
Brilliant.
I must admit though, he said that with colour, it's like a burnt orange into it on that bracken.
Yeah. But it's all the way through the image as well. It's all,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The colour cones continue.
It's totally different from the bracken when it's in full flow into it. It's bright, lush green. Yeah. Oh, nice. And your next one, Daz.
Oh.
That was from the Peak District this weekend.
That's a cracker. Oh, look, that's a good one.
Just look,
Yeah.
just all different trees. Just
Yeah,
all
they
in a
are,
row.
aren't they? Yeah, pine, silver, birch. Is that an
Yeah.
oak or whatever? But yeah, the Photopeeps meet up this weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, very,
Bit of
very
light
again.
came out. A little bit of light came out and just lit up from left hand side.
Yeah.
And again, the burnt orange of the bracken.
Yeah.
You've got a thing about bracken, haven't you, Daz?
But I've not done anything to this image.
No.
Right?
Nothing. I've just took it off at memory card and put it straight on.
Oh, now you're
Right.
showing off.
Ooh.
Now you're just showing off.
I did take about 60 images of it, like, but
Yeah.
No, that's nice. Really nice colours.
that one I like the best.
Yeah. But like I say, it's all different trees, isn't it? All in a line.
Yeah. And you walk past this as well.
Yeah. I probably did.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and another one from this weekend.
That was today, this morning.
Yeah.
Literally like 12 hours ago.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even been that a bit.
No, that's not.
No? Well,
God. That's nice. That is it.
but that was the first view that we got of that tree walking through into them woods.
Yes.
That is nice.
And it is literally that green on these trees.
Right.
It is you walk in there and it's like day glow.
Yeah.
But yeah, these trees go all the way back as well, Daniel.
Right.
So-
I need to visit this location. Oh,
It
dear
was
me.
we've got to give credit to Wayne Slater for this. We will try and get Wayne on at some point as a guest on here, but Wayne gave us a location to go to, and this was part of it. So yeah, a big credit to Wayne for this.
Yeah. But it's
nice.
just a lovely tree. It just looks like the limbs of just the arms of the tree
Yeah. Just reaching out, aren't they?
reaching out.
Yeah.
Reaching for the light.
And believe it or not, Daniel, that wasn't fog.
I was going to ask that actually.
That was rain.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Fine
misty
rain blowing
yeah.
through.
Oh, that fine stuff that gets you wet.
Yeah, but we wasn't wet in the woodland because these trees on the outside, it was just blowing past. It
Right.
were weird. It was a very weird morning,
Yeah.
but very windy.
Right.
So I must admit, Dad's giving you credit there for getting that sharp because even in the trunks of them trees, they were moving, weren't they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was blowing a foolie, as they say.
Yeah.
Same again.
I actually quite like the gap dead centre in the middle of it. I don't know what it is. It's just, it looks like it's been, like you said before with mine, it looks like it's been like a painting, like it's been drawn.
Yeah, it's a lovely shot. And like I say, this woodland it's not a big woodland, but there's some real characters in there. If you've got the right conditions, and we always say right condition. I mean, we only went here as a scout it out, see what it'd be like. And I mean, for Dad's to put one of these in for his image of the year, that's some credit, is that?
Yeah.
Just
definitely.
an awesome woodland.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, really well.
Nice.
And Big D,
Oh,
Yeah.
go on.
Glencoe, end of October.
Yeah.
That was one of the best trips at year for me.
With this one at the side of the road?
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I mean, this morning was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I've also got a pano of that as well, with the mountains and the fog.
Yeah.
But this one for me was best one with house down at bottom right.
are those light rays in the background there?
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So that I do like. I love them. They're nice.
The video from here will be out Monday, so we'll try and get this out for Wednesday. So if you go on Monday's video, you'll see exactly what happened, because the time lapse is unbelievable. It's one of the best mornings we had in Glencoe. We didn't think anything was going to happen, but it just went boom all at once.
Nice.
But yeah, to get them light rays as well, that was bright, wasn't it, when that
It
happened?
was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Really bright.
But we had 4 days of this, didn't we?
Yes. And we had 3 days of rain.
3 days of rain, but
I mean,
days
would
of
you
fog and mist and
see this location? Would it work with blue skies? And I don't think it would it?
No. No.
Like, these conditions, that's for this location.
Yeah, for me, any mountain scene, you want nice clouds, big, heavy clouds, something like that. Yeah. I mean, and this was ideal. It was just medium sort of clouds, and the sun was breaking through, giving off rays all over the place.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good. So then the question is then, Big D, out of them 4 images, which is your favourite of the year?
This one. This one, definitely, yeah.
Answered that quick, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
You can see why. You can see why.
Yeah, definitely. Right.
Cracking image.
Right, my first one. And you were here with this one, Big D.
I've got one very similar.
Yeah. And this is not on a video. We just had a day out, a day walk, and you was with us, Daniel, the morning of this.
I was?
Yeah. You came to the morning, and me and Big D said, right, we're going to go for a walk. We were sat on a bench with either 50 or 400 on the Tamron. And the morning of, we did Elter Water.
Oh, yeah.
We did Elter Water. Then you had to go to work, and we said, we're going to go for a walk over at top and see what's on the other side. So we went for a walk, and then we were sat down having a drink, and I said to Daz, watch over there, something's going to happen. And then it was coming and going. And this is the image I've put in. Just because,
looks like the back of a crocodile, doesn't it?
It does. It's actually the Langdales.
Really?
It's a different side of the Langdales.
You'd never know that, would you?
No.
You'd never know that.
And the sun just started breaking through everything. So, but yeah. The image I did have in before this was the puffin.
I seen that one.
I
seen it on the drive, yeah.
But the reason for this is that we were just sat down, chilled out, just letting the world go by, and this just appeared. And it's just, for me, with the tones and everything, tones just hitting the side of the rock face. And we just had a proper chilled out day that day. So, yeah.
I took some good images that day, didn't we?
Yeah. And we just sat there. We just walked around Loughrig Tarn, sat on the bench at the far side with a long lens on, and that was it.
I can actually see can you see a face there? I've just noticed it now. On the very last point, on the bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right,
to the right side, yeah.
It looks like a face, doesn't it?
Yeah. You've got your 2 eyes, your mouth, and the nose.
Yeah, I've just noticed that right now.
Yeah, so, the more you look at it, the more you see it.
Yeah. Wow.
But this was my number 4 with this. My number 3 was this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lindisfarne Castle. And this would have been my number 1, but you'll see why later on. But this for me was just, I mean, we were all here at Lindisfarne, and this was his final morning. We'd had some late nights, early starts, and the one image I wanted was to try and get a sunrise with his fence. I think everyone was down at the boats, doing the boats again. Because the waves coming in and doing like ethereal looks. Well, the image I had in mind, it actually happened, which is very rare, and this was it. And yeah, the memories we had from that long weekend was cracking. Weekend, like you with the puffins, me with this. I mean, Dunstable Castle was also a good one.
I mean, this is another one. This is shot at the height of summer, isn't it? This is June. This is June time. I mean, look at the clouds.
Yeah, this was June.
Nice. Yeah. I love that start sunburst.
I have got another image of it where I'm stood up. I'm on my knees here, but I'm stood up to try and get that fence below the horizon, and it doesn't work the same. I got on my knees to get that fence above the horizon and to get that grass on the left-hand side to balance the fence out as such.
Yeah, because they're similar heights, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're similar heights.
But yeah,
it just walks through the sun as well.
But I was on my knees with this, and I was actually knelt on a thistle. And it was digging into my knee. And I thought, I can't move yet.
Yeah. Nice, very
So
nice.
yeah, but that's
and you got the castle's all grungy and dark and
yeah.
nice.
But yeah, it was just when that happened, it lasted for about 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And then this one. This is my number 2 image. Is this and again, it's all down to conditions and the Glencoe Locken. It was just a magical morning. And yeah,
I love reflections. I do love reflections. I think I mentioned that in previous podcasts.
Yeah, you have, yeah. And I actually shot this intention of doing a square crop, just because of how that island with the trees are.
Mm. Yeah.
It was quite hard because the trees on the left hand side, you can just see the two. It's like a split on the left hand side, top and bottom. I tried to get that just right.
Yes,
but
the second one in, if you like.
Yeah.
So it isn't quite hitting the top of the frame or the bottom of the frame.
Yeah, it was.
Both gaps are the same, aren't they?
Yeah, I tried to get that right.
Yeah.
I took about 20 or 30 shots of this because the mist was rolling in and out, and the ducks kept coming across, and yeah, it was just imagine. I mean, Daz will say that I saw this and poof, I was off. That was it. I was off. And my number 1 has got to be this.
Yeah. Nice.
And just purely because of that evening, what we saw that night. I mean, we were both sat there, weren't we, Daz, underneath Charlie's tree.
Yeah.
And we were just looking up, and I don't think we took a shot for about 10, 15 minutes. We were just mesmerised by the rocks. You don't get an aurora like this in the UK often.
No.
And we were just sat there, and it was just on a whim. I'd come back from Northumberland with Mrs. The aurora alerts were going off. We came across Adrian's Wall to the Lake District, and we're actually sat in at the pub, the Water Edge Inn in the Lake District, and all the aurora alerts were going off. And Mrs. going, "Who's that ringing you?" I said, "It's not. It's the aurora alerts for tonight." And she said, "Are you going back out?" I went, "When we get home, I'm going straight back out." And I think I rang you, Daz, didn't I? I said, "Right, I'm off to Charlie's Tree tonight. There's supposed to be a massive aurora alert." He said, right. Give me half an hour, I'll ring you back. He said, "Right, we're on. I'm coming with you."
Brilliant.
But what he doesn't say, because obviously I didn't vlog this, I did a time lapse of it, but we just wanted to enjoy the night.
Yeah.
But walking along the road from Sotherscales, there was a guy in the middle of the road with his camera. Him and Missy were stood in the middle of the road with a camera.
Jesus.
And we just said, "Have you got it?" Yeah, it's there. "Where are you two going?" "Oh, we've got a special tree to go see." And off and away we went.
So you had that location to yourself?
No.
There was 2 other people there. That was it.
2 others.
It got to midnight and them 2 went. And we had it to ourselves.
I can't remember.
I
think it was 3 o'clock we went home, didn't we? Something like that.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I'll tell you what, going back on the image when I downloaded them all, I didn't take a lot of images. It was basically just sat there. Ribblehead's that dark. You can see everything.
Yeah.
And you can see all this happen with the naked eye.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes you just got to, like you say, sit and appreciate the location.
Yeah. Which is what, and it was a bit hazy as well.
Right.
So even though you got the aurora, you didn't get the big dark colours that people process and to. I actually desaturated this a little bit.
I was going to ask you actually what kind of editing you did to this.
Obviously, I brought the shadows up quite a bit. I've desaturated a touch, cooled it down. Because obviously, I think I've cooled it down to about 3,800 Kelvin.
Right.
Just give it a bit more blue effect. Desaturated and denoised. That was it.
It's funny how you have to desaturate. I mean, the aurora, like you say, desaturate in post sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's because of the white balance. Because it was the first one, I thought, right, I'll leave it on auto white balance and I'll sort it out afterwards.
Yeah.
When we did the Windskull stone ones, I actually set it to 3,800 Kelvin
right.
in camera.
Right.
But that's just going by experience of doing it with Charlie's Tree.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, it's a cracker.
but I'll just stop sharing that. But how hard has it been to?
Well,
Like
I was going to put my image up of Charlie's Tree and Aurora, and I thought Daz's number one is going to.
There may be trouble ahead.
Definitely.
I'll tell you what though, Charlie's Tree is only number one because of the experience.
Yeah.
But it's been so hard as that. I mean, to choose a top 10, yeah, you could choose 10 images, but then it'd be hard to decide what would be your number one image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done all that on just what we experienced on them. I mean, like that fourth image, my wildcard one, as we can call it, I swapped and changed on that one 2 or 3 times because I kept changing my mind through the week. And like you said earlier, Daniel, we've had a good 4 weeks to decide as images.
Yeah.
My number one was always going to be Charlie's Tree,
Right.
just because you mentioned firsts. That was probably my first Aurora in the UK. Not that I've got it anywhere else.
No.
But that was probably the first decent Aurora. I got it bleed tan last year, but that was a frozen as well. So I didn't get the reflections, but that is something different. But that was totally different to this one.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like I say, it was a lot of firsts there for a lot of us.
Yeah, for this year. Yeah. You mentioned first, and there's a lot of them there which have been first this year.
Got to say, this year for photography has been best for me.
That's a bold statement, isn't it? Really?
Best year ever for photography, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So based on what? Is that based on experience or locations or just right place, right time?
I think it's just I think it's what we've experienced. I mean, we've all been out a few times this year, and it's just perseverance, I think.
Yeah. If you've got the right conditions as well, that does help.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes, definitely. I mean, them conditions. I mean, all of his images, we've all had the conditions.
Yeah.
Like you said, you were Mary's Shell. You were there with a 9-meter tide.
Yeah.
And
I didn't plan that. That was just literally. I mean, I did look at it with the days leading up to it.
Yeah.
But before I went, I didn't even look at the tide times.
Right.
It was just like say right place, right time.
Just pot luck, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
you've got to be there.
Yeah.
To get that look.
Yeah, it's like when we went to Glencoe. We that being planned most of the year, going to Glencoe at that time of year, but not expecting the conditions we got. So we got the still calm conditions on the Glencoe locker, but yet we got that big wild sunrise at the house, the Langnabar house.
Yeah, the weather, that's the one thing you can't plan. You can't touch that.
And you got to shoot with the conditions you get given.
Yeah.
So on that note, Daniel, have you got any plans for next year?
I want to explore a bit more. Like I live in North Cumbria, so I've got the Lake District right in my back garden. And there is places in the Lake District that I haven't been. But I want to try and go a little bit further afield, maybe back towards the northeast, maybe even towards Berwick. I do want to go into Wales. I do want to go there. There's 2 reasons I want to go there. Obviously, one with the previous podcast, we talked to
Nigel Thomas, wasn't it?
Nigel, yeah. It'd be great to go and meet him. But also, I want to do the Mac Loop.
Yeah.
I really want to try that Mac Loop. Yes, like I said before, we're landscape and nature photographers, but we all like to dabble in different things. I mean, look at our images there. There was landscape, there was seascape, there was nature, there was wildlife. You know, I want to try and dabble a bit more next year, and obviously try and meet a lot more like-minded people in the meetups. I want to try and get to a lot more meetups. Next year. Obviously, try and create a few of my own group and yourself. I know we've got one in March.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, meetups and get to Wales. I think they're the two main things.
Big Day, have you got all sussed out for next year yet?
Well, talking of jets and that, I'm going to Rio again.
Right.
Go to that again. I want to camp there this time.
Yeah.
Do a full weekend.
Yeah.
Northeast again. I want to do that again.
Yeah, that was a good trip, wasn't it?
Yeah, do Dunstanburgh and Bamburgh and all.
Yeah.
And them again, Loop and Wales.
Yeah.
No, don't here again.
Yourself?
Oh, nice. I don't know yet.
No, you can't. You can't put the question out and go, I don't. Because I said
there's lots of things I want to do, but
yeah.
whether I can get around to doing them or not, I don't know. But I want to do a bit more Lake District next year because I haven't really done anything. We did a little bit, didn't we, at Lakes, but nothing like we normally do.
Yeah.
I want another inversion.
Never had one, you know.
I mean, when it was my birthday weekend, there were me and Mrs. were at Elter Water, and we were below the inversion, and I took the drone up above it. But if there's going to be another, I want to be above it, looking down.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my plan for next year: is try to get a proper inversion up at Lakes and look to be looking down on it.
Again, right place, right time, isn't it? That one.
It is, yeah.
You know,
yeah. But I know you get them in peaks quite a bit, but I want the mountain one. I want to be up. Yeah.
Just get the peak of the mountain above there.
Ideally, I want to be at top of Pike and Blisco looking down onto Langdales in an inversion. But
so I want this, that, and maybe a bit of this.
Yeah. With the sunrise coming through. Not
nice sunrise, cloud inversion, peak above the clouds.
Yeah, I'd like to do a Mac Loop. Yeah, I would like to do a Mac Loop.
I think we need to arrange that.
So that could be a good one to arrange, for next year. But
definitely,
obviously, what's happening with me next year, I don't know yet. So it all depends what happens there.
Yeah.
So, but if any of our listeners have got anything planned next year, let us know in the comments below.
Definitely, yeah.
See what your plans are and stuff like that.
And actually, if you'd like to critique some of our images, constructive criticism.
What? This is a new one. We didn't plan this.
I could chuck things in as well. Boom! If you want to critique them, by all means, leave them in the comments. Be gentle.
Yeah. Yeah. And let us know what you think of our choices this year.
Yeah.
Whether you'd have chosen the same, but I think it's a personal choice, and it is going on experience, what you felt at the time as well. So but nice one. We have got a few more. We've got a few more guests coming up in the new year. But if you'd like to be a part of it next year, leave a comment below. I will be in touch. But if you want to showcase your work and how you got into photography, this or another, bit like some of us guests over this last couple of weeks. Yeah,
get in touch.
Yeah. I think there's only one thing left to say, the gents. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
New Year.
So yeah, and we'll see you all next year. So
2025, here we come.
And it's flown this year, hasn't it? It really has.
Hasn't it?
Yeah, really has. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing, and we'll see you in the new year.
See you now.